Welcome to the Family History Foundation. My name is Franklin, and I'm so glad you are here. This is the Family History Foundation, the past relative to the future. And you can find us over at familyhistoryfoundation.com. And today we have something very, very exciting for you, and that is a 7-day family history organizing challenge. Your path to powerful genealogy. This is going to be incredible. So before we do that, like and subscribe, support family history and genealogy, and check the description for more genealogy goodies below. And at the very end of this video, a QR code to get you right over to the article at familyhistoryfoundation.com. All right, so let's move into this. So this is the 7-day family history organizing challenge for you. So it's your path to powerful genealogy. So let me ask you a question. Do your files live in a tangled mess of boxes, folders, and half-labeled digital scans? Well, you're not alone. My passionate researchers get so caught up in the thrill of the hunt, or many passionate researchers do, that family history organizing kind of becomes an afterthought, right? We get so passionate about the projects we want to do. We don't often take the time to just sit down and get organized. But it's like not lacing your shoes before you go for a run, right? It's a trip hazard. But imagine this. Imagine this. 1 week from today, your research will be clean, clear, and confidently cataloged. And that's the power of this 7-day family history organizing challenge. It's a step-by-step plan to transform your family archive chaos into order, peace, and purpose. It's like that saying, ordo ob chaos, order out of chaos. Whether you're just beginning or deep into your family tree, this family history organizing challenge is just for you. And if you're looking for a deeper guide, check out my informational article, Genealogy Research Online, the one ultimate user-friendly beginner's guide. Again, link in the description below. So let's get into this. We're going to go over 7 days and what you're going to do in those 7 days. Day 1, you're going to take inventory, give you a quick snippet. Day 2, sort by type and family line. Day 3, you're going to label everything. 4, go digital. 5, create master genealogy binder. Share and collaborate. And by day 7, this is going to become your permanent routine. So basically, we're going to go from kind of big to small, and then we're going to expand out again by day 7. And this is the most powerful technique that you are going to find, okay? Midway, you're going to have a little fun quiz we're going to do, so kind of keep on that. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you a challenge that you can do that's really going to boost your game. And I give you some materials that you can use within the challenge that you can actually fold back into this. It's a supplemental challenge, actually, to use for this challenge. So it's going to be an idea generating fun challenge that you're going to use to roll back into this 7-day challenge. Okay, so day 1, here we go. Take inventory. Okay, so day 1's going to be like mental mapping. Okay, know what you have. You want to know where all your resources are. Okay, so this isn't going picking out everything, it's just knowing where everything is. Okay, this should take 30 to 60 minutes maybe, right? Pull together all of your family history materials, okay? And just know where they are. At least identify where they are, okay? You don't have to literally pull them out in one room or put them in one file, okay? But think about what form those things take. Paper records? Are they digital files? Are they family heirlooms or keepsakes that have historical value? What can tell you the story? What can give you the information? Notes from interviews or maybe online searches? Right, so make a master list, okay, and scrapbook it out, spreadsheet it out, use a note-taking app, speak it out using a voice to text converter or something like that, but just kind of think broad, right? And this step, is really emotional in a way because you're thinking about where all your stuff is, okay? And that's what you're going to do, okay? Take a mental inventory, okay, and start cataloging stuff, okay? Now, once you have that done, day 2 is going to be sorting that stuff, okay? Big, and now you're going to sort what you have. So today's goal in day 2 is to group your materials in a way that makes sense and will remain useful, Okay, so sort into broad categories, right? Such as family surnames or branches of family lines. Document types, so census, birth records, photos, letters, right? And maybe location, and you can label these things like Ohio ancestors or Swedish line or so on and so forth, okay? But label it and organize it in a way that makes sense to you. How I might organize all of the aggregate of everything I have may not be exactly contemporaneous with what you might be doing, but this is what you're going to do, okay? And again, makes sense and will remain useful. So for physical documents, maybe you can put them in manila folders or in bins and put them somewhere. For digital materials, you're going to create folders on your computer or for cloud storage. Now, this can be a bigger endeavor for some people, okay? And luckily, I've written a companion article to this. It's called Cloud Storage for Genealogists. So if you want to read this, this is going to be a huge, huge boost for you. The 5 best tools to preserve your family memories, and the link in the description below. You can head on over to Family History Foundation and check that out, okay? And also look out for the companion video on this YouTube channel. So good deal, huh? Day 3, okay, after you've sorted and grouped your material, okay, you've aggregated it, now you're going to start going down a level further. You're going to start labeling everything, right? Mental map, organize, label, make it searchable, okay? So now in the future, when you want to know where something is, you have it labeled, you can find it, okay? Unlabeled materials are the #1 culprit of lost family history organizing. Oh my gosh, I could tell you stories, but that's another 10 videos, okay? So set aside time to add full names, dates, and places to all scanned files, descriptions of what the item is and why it matters, okay? Folder or file names that are clear and consistent, okay? This is the #1 thing. You know, it really only takes just a second to just edit a file name after it's scanned, or when you download it from Ancestry or another page. It's going to come with its own pre-existing file name. Change it immediately to something that's part of your nomenclature, like that's going to help you find and remember things, okay? I do this all the time, and it's like anything else, like riding a bike. It may be a little difficult, off-putting at first. By the time you're used to it, that's the human brain. Things just happen quick and quick and quick when it becomes habits, okay? So, and when you're writing down things, write them on, a file folder. If you want to label things, do it correctly. And, and it's nothing lasts forever. If you made a mistake, that's okay too. Like, I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact that you need to do it perfectly the first time, but you actually don't. You can write over things, you can put new labels over things, you can reorganize as you go, and you will. Okay, it's kind of the height of hubris to think that you're going to get an organizational endeavor like this right the first time. It's going to be a living entity, a growing, evolving thing that you're going to work with. And actually, that's the beauty of it. Okay, so for more organization strategies, I've written an article called Skillfully Organizing Family History Documents, a 7-step complete guide for genealogists. And so, link in the description. Also a video on YouTube here, so go check that out. Sometimes it's good to read these things. So day 4, okay, here now we're gonna turn the initial, it's kind of like going from practice time to game time now, okay? This is like the setup, and now you're gonna actually implement what you've been practicing. So day 4, go digital, scan, and backup, okay? Now it's time to digitize what you can for your family history organizing challenge, okay? And this might mean using a home scanner or a scanning app, saving files in TIFF or high quality JPEG format. Again, I'm not a huge fan of TIFF files, but if you have a large offsite storage unit or something that you can archive with, like a 5 terabyte giga drive or something like that, TIFF files are okay, but they take up a lot of space on your hard drive. So I recommend if you're going to use TIFFs, keep those and then archive them out somewhere. But organizing folders using your day 2 sorting system. Okay, so external hard drive, cloud storage, USB for family members, right? If you want to share stuff. Okay. So that's your day 4. Now, before we move on to day 5, 6, and 7, we're going to do a mid-challenge quiz, okay? Everybody kind of stop what you're doing, relax your shoulders, take a breath in, exhale. Now, okay, clear your minds a little bit, okay? Lower your blood pressure. And here's your mid-challenge quiz. It's going to be 3 questions. You guys can see the questions, and let's look at them right here, okay? Let's test your organizing instincts. Pick your answers and tally your score. Okay, question number 1. You find a mystery photo of a couple. What do? You, A, you toss it. Now, who knows who they are? You, B, keep it in a to research folder, right? Or C, upload it to a family Facebook group for ID help. Okay, you choose. 2, you scan documents. Your scanned documents are labeled, and this is what you're going to choose what yours are, right? Knowing what exists true about you. A, image 03857 underscore final. Or B, grandma's things. Or C, Smith, Margaret, marriage, 1898. Which one are you? Be honest. Okay? And question 3, this is like a personality test. Your family tree software is A, non-existent, B, somewhere on your old laptop, or C, up to date with synced files. Okay, you guys have your numbers that you've chosen, AAA, ABC, CBA, whatever. Okay, here we go. Here are the results of your quiz. If you had mostly A's, you are the family historian in training. Aw, but no shame. You're on your way, okay? Mostly B's, you're like the archive enthusiast. Great job. Little golf clap for you. A little refinement needed, and that will go a long way. Because if you chose B's, you kind of did the sort of like, I'll just shuffle it off for later, right? But if you are mostly C's, you are the genealogy guru, and you should teach this course, okay? Being a little facetious here with the answers, but you get the point of maybe where you need to find your own improvement, okay? So let's continue on to day 5. Now you're going to create a master genealogy binder or digital hub, okay? You've got everything organized. What do you do with that stuff? Well, you have to make it usable, okay? And if you love tactile tools, create a 3-ring binder, okay? If you like digital things, maybe you make a master folder entitled Family History Organizing Hub and something like that, family tree, whatever you want to do, and then you can subfolder from there. And I do the latter. I previously did the physical media, but now I'm pretty much all about digital media, okay? But you still have to organize the physical media. So if you liked tactile tools like binders, you can have tab dividers by family line, printed documents in sheet protectors. You can have summary pages. You can create your own table of contents. You can paginate the whole thing. It's like almost like you're writing your own book, right? And you can give these to people. But basically what you're doing in the digital world is kind of the same. You're just creating folders for things, right? Every page is a file or a bunch of files, okay? And you can have a document per ancestor in your digital folder. You can have links to DNA resources and matches. And that's the beauty of sort of the digital world in a PDF document or Pages or Microsoft Word, whatever you use, just a text editor. You can include hyperlinks in there and you can keep track of stuff. So really, really fun. Maybe you want to start your own blog. This is how Family History Foundation actually started. I wanted to keep track of my genealogy in different ways. And so I just started blogging about stuff, okay? So use cloud things as well, Google Docs if you want. Another top tip. Okay, so that's your day 5. Okay, day 5, you're going to do that. Day 6, now you're going to take what you have, what you've built, and you're going to roll it out. Okay, day 6 is called Share and Collaborate. So genealogy is very much more rewarding when shared. Reach out to cousins. You're going to reach out to siblings or local genealogy groups with your files, the links, a newsletter, anything, your folders, okay? And you're going to connect with people. And I bet you when you start connecting with people with the things that you've created in this challenge, you're really going to have a sense of pride. And people are going to respond to what you did. And you're going to get more tips and more connections. And it's just going to level up your game, because really being a part of a family or an organizational genealogy, some sort of intersection is just like, it levels up your game. It's like being part of a team in a way. So it inspires you. So you can also share discoveries on different platforms like Instagram, Pinterest, or YouTube. And community power. Basically, that's what it's about. So share and collaborate. And number 7, you're going to make it a habit. Okay? You're taking all that and you're not just going to leave it by the wayside. Okay? You're going to make it a habit. You've done it and you got to take pride in your work. And now the key is to maintain it. And when you're collaborating with others, you're going to have the drive to keep it going. So try this to make it a habit. Set a monthly schedule. I call mine Family History Fridays. Okay, and I'm going to give that to you. It's down in there. Set a Family History Friday to review and update things. Okay, keep a to be filed folder for new finds, and if you selected mostly B's in the quiz, this is your go-to anyway, right? Because you want to, and there's no harm or foul in creating to be filed or to be done work folders. I do this all the time, and it is a great technique because you don't want to just on your desktop put a TBD file, or I call it my DIMS file, but you just label it whatever you want, and add a journaling habit if you want, if you have the time to include stories and memories, and you can start a blog to do that too. Okay, and at any point, never feel overwhelmed. Always stop and, like we do in the quizzes, we stop and we breathe. And if you hit a wall in your research, do that. And I've got you covered, actually, because there's always strategies out there, okay? And in fact, I wrote a comprehensive article, How to Overcome Genealogy Brick Walls, because we've all hit them. 10 powerful strategies to break through, okay? Just remember, family history organizing is a living process. It's not a one-time task. You're building a legacy. Whew, feel the weight of that? You feel how amazingly empowering that feels? That statement right there, okay? All right, so we're now complete with the article. You've completed the 7-day Family History Organizing Challenge. Congratulations, after 7 days. Now keep the spirit alive. But I have a challenge for you, okay? And in the comments, you can share a photo or story about your favorite family discovery after you've completed this challenge, okay? And don't forget to subscribe. So maybe drop a photo, drop a story, and share with others to keep them motivated. But before you even move into day 1, I want this supplemental challenge. I want you guys all to focus in on this supplemental challenge, right? And that is, you're going to interview one family member this week, okay? Now, you have to head on over to the post at familyhistoryfoundation.com. Link is in the description below, QR code at the end. And I want you to read this through, okay? And it's important that you go over to my blog to read this, because the challenge is you're going to interview one living family member this week, okay? Before you start. It could be your grandparent, a parent, cousin, aunt, even a sibling. And your goal is to record, transcribe, and incorporate their stories into your organization system. Okay, and this is actually going to help you because you have something like a thread to connect all the days, and it's going to help you if you can take this and overlay it through the process. One person, you can do it for anything else, okay? And that's going to create some continuity for you. But there's a list of instructions there, but I'm not done yet, because you have to go over there, because not only do I give you the instructions on how to create this supplemental challenge and incorporate it into the 7-day challenge, but I'm giving you a list of 10 questions that you can do and use to ask in your interview. So you may be thinking, oh, I'm going to do an interview. How am I going to do an interview? Well, I'm giving you 10 questions that you can use. And not only that, I have a downloadable PDF template with the questions on it. So you can download the questions and you can take them and use them. And it gives a little bit about tips. I've done interviews, and I've done subject interviews in graduate school and family member interviews. So I'm kind of adept at this. And in my degree in linguistics, I've done field work. So this is easy stuff for me, and it can be easy stuff for you. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this article and this video. Thank you guys so much for listening, tuning in. Check out the full article on familyhistoryfoundation.com online. Check out the QR code, and love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.